In the first two games of the NBA's Western Conference semifinals, the San Antonio Spurs made the most of home court advantage to win the opening pair from the Los Angeles Lakers. Then in games 3 and 4 out west, the Lakers out-hustled, out-muscled, and outplayed the Spurs to even the best-of-7 series at 2 games apiece. Now tonight, it's back in San Antonio, where the Lakers try to build on their momentum and steal one on the road, while the Spurs try to refocus and take the upper hand in the series. It's Game 5 next on ABC. It's just past 7 o'clock local time in San Antonio on this 13th night of May. SBC Center, the home of the San Antonio Spurs, filling up. Fans filing in, hopeful that in about a month or so, the Spurs will hoist a 3rd NBA championship banner in 6 seasons. The Lakers, meanwhile, looking for their 4th in 6 years.
You know, look for the Spurs to play him a little differently in this game, but the Spurs are a great defensive team. They're not going to change that much.
Lakers control the opening tip, and now George has been the man since midway through the Houston series in postseason. And Shaq's first shot goes in.
Well, you've already seen a change.
Inside now to Duncan. He's guarded by Malone. Shoots over Carl and gets the bounce.
Rare that you're going to see Tim Duncan go one-on-one. To play better defense than Kobe, and he has to make shots.
Parker, Bowen from the corner. This time he hits.
We talk about him as a defensive player. His offensive output will be key.
Bryant and Kobe is on the board. The Lakers trail by 1. Practiced and flew here, but felt that he'd have his legs back tonight. Malone got it.
See, they're going to make Malone take shots.
Parker loses the ball, but Bowen is there. Turkoglu the other night hit 3 threes, and this is Nesterovic from inside the arc for 2. Since is a guy who's been very hot in the first halves of games and cold in the second. Payton gets it rejected. Point shooting and offensive rebounds. Now Devin George, who has not taken a 2 in this series, he's taken nothing but 3-point shots.
Minutes coming into this game. 9 field goal attempts, all 3s.
Here's Duncan off the glass. George, by the way, 6 out of 10 on those 3s. Malone giving it to Payton like a handoff, and then Gary has it knocked away and he's fouled.
You know, one of the things we talked about in game 3 and 4, where the Lakers did a great job of crowding Duncan, the traffic. Right here, that's not close enough. You give Duncan a chance to go one-on-one. Most cases, Al, he's going to burn you.
Duncan gets doubled, and George with the steal created off the double team, and then Bryant has it knocked away from his grasp by Bowen, and the Lakers will inbound.
And that was amazing defense by Bruce Bowen.
Now Shaq gets it back outside to Bryant. 8 on the timer as Malone launches it. It's the back end, hook. O'Neal is there, put the pressure on, got the rebound. Now Devin George takes his first 2 of the series, and Phil Jackson says, you know what, you should try that a little bit more often. Popovich says timeout San Antonio. Either they get eliminated or win the championship, or sit down with Jerry Buss, or sit down with Mitch Kupchak, the general manager, as Tony Parker puts one up from inside the arc to make it a 3-point game. Devin George, who has 5 points, now inside to Shaq. Over Nesterovic and drops it in to make it a 16-11 game. In fact, the Lakers haven't committed a foul, and we played almost 7 minutes. Bryant underneath and had it blocked underneath.
Some looks down there, that and pick and roll.
Duncan would have counted. First Laker foul. Meanwhile, his opposite number in Greg Popovich. Popovich, 3rd longest in tenure with his current team in the NBA, as Bryant drops it in. It's longer than Greg has coached San Antonio, 8 seasons. Ginobili is coming into the game.
See, these are looks.
Payton threw it low and outside to George, and Ginobili gets the steal, and that's something he's very adept at doing. And then Parker gets it underneath, and Duncan gets fouled.
Again.
Payton through the lane. Running hook goes.
See, allowing him to handle the ball and penetrate to the basket.
Duncan. Long two for Tim.
They're passing up some of their threes. They're dribble penetrating and then kicking it back out instead of settling for the first shot.
Now when he gets in there, it's almost like he's looking for somebody to pick him up.
He is. He's searching for traffic.
Loose ball. Fisher comes up with it. Bounces it to Medvedenko. 24. 20 seconds left in the period. Bryant softly, and with 17.1, San Antonio will get the final shot. Compared to the other night in L.A., anything he does looks easy. Ori for three. And now Bryant, who just missed from about 75. That is the end of the first quarter, and the Lakers have not been playing particularly well in first quarters outside of Game 3, but they do here tonight. Lead by 6 in San Antonio, 24-18 Los Angeles. This is ABC Sports, home of the NBA Finals.
With opponents.
In fact, in the Duncan era, the Spurs had never gone 3 games in a row giving up 50%. Turkoglu gets fouled on his way to the hoop.
The downside to that is now he has to guard Kobe.
Bryant.
That's the point right there.
Ginobili. Nesterovic battles for the board, giving Turkoglu a shot at 3, and he cashes in. So the offensive rebound. Ginobili over Shaq. Wow. By Turkoglu, a 2 by Manu Ginobili. An 8-point deficit is now just 3. Of it. Malone, a little turnaround over Nesterovic.
You know, he kind of lulls you to sleep.
Easier shots. Brown goes down.
When you take a look here, you see the 2 cutters go by Karl Malone. Now look at Ralph Nesterovic. He's thinking pass. No, that's a shot. That's Malone on this team. When he was with the Jazz, you always played him for everything.
Spurs won the first quarter by 7 in Game 1. And were 21 better as Bryant hits. People don't watch that much basketball. Off single doubles means exactly what.
2 screens on one side, 1 screen on the other. Shooter has a choice. And you don't want to give Kobe Bryant too many choices offensively.
Rush steals. And then Bryant gets fouled by Ginobili.
Yeah, and great foul by Ginobili because that's a for sure, too.
Fisher. Would have been 3. Duncan with a rebound. And Rush steals the pass. Bryant over to Fisher. He'll try it again. This time, bingo.
See, rhythm shots.
Tonight's edition of Sprite Mad Skills.
Al, first of all, I never thought I'd hear you say those 2 words back to back, mad and skills. But it goes to Kobe Bryant because he's been amazing with this play. He's picking up where he left off in Game 4, making shot after shot, and these are not easy shots. Also, he's getting everybody else involved, which is key.
Game 3 was all Lakers with energy, and then Game 4, the second half, the Lakers were dominant. Bryant, biggest lead of the game for Los Angeles, 11.
Nobody guarding him.
They're going to get Ori into the game for the next whistle as well. Loose ball. Bryant's there. Duncan's there. Kobe ties him up. Who wins this jump ball? Would have had maybe 3 seconds on the clock, and they were 40 feet out. And Bryant goes down with a leg going out from Bowen. Guy can put his body through that and his brain through that and then come out and play a game like that.
Yeah, especially his brain. You know, I think the mental focus
to do that under those circumstances is amazing. Duncan going to the basket. Yeah. The conference semifinals have all gone to 2-2, and it goes back to the 60s when these rounds started. And the basket counts. He'll go to the free throw line. Will Bowen to try to make it a 6-point game.
And I tell you, the little plays are getting you back in. First, Tim Duncan missed 2 free throws. They get the offensive rebound. They get it back. They get it to Bowen. He has a chance to make a 3-point play. But more importantly, Bowen has a chance to do something offensively.
Parker. Duncan. And they're going to call it on Shaq, who thought he got all ball.
I thought he got the arm. I really did. Duncan came up. He started out with all ball, hit his arm, and now I said it. You can sense a change of energy. The Spurs now are the team getting the offensive rebounds and the loose balls, and I think you have to make that call. Watch the arm right there. That's a foul.
Duncan to Parker underneath. Bowen out of the corner. 2-point game. Into 2. Luke Walton in the game to Payton. Walton for 3.
Again, and now he makes a big one. Derek Fisher, the king flopper, may have just gotten another one.
He did.
I think it was a great call, number 1. He was there, but he was falling before Duncan hit him. I mean, Derek always get there. You know, he takes the hit, and it was an excellent call.
Fisher. Ooh, boy, he was almost behind the backboard from that angle. Or he gets it again. Clock down to 5. Parker can't find anything underneath. Payton with the block. Back down the court. Walton off the bench for a 3. San Antonio got it to within 2, but right now it's a 7-point game. Los Angeles 40, San Antonio 33. Look right there, 13 points. The big 2 for the Lakers. O'Neal has 4. Bryant has 12. And for Kobe, add 2 more. Softly left-handed with the roll for Parker.
And tough. Because aren't even sending anybody. They see him looking, so they don't have to send anyone. Fisher again.
Yeah. Created the foul. Ginobili says, get out of here. Parker. Walton knocked it away. Great play by Walton, who got it to Fisher, and now Luke gets it back. And travels in a situation where they could have held on to the ball and played for the last shot.
Rookie mistake right there.
Never even a 4-point game. And it's taken away again by Fisher. The steal by Fisher, who goes in all the way. And it doesn't go, and he doesn't get fouled either.
Well, it's his fault because he was waiting for a foul instead of going in and laying the ball up. You know, players try to get the 3-point play. Derek Fisher was ahead. Look at him slow down. Why slow down? Takes it for sure, too. It's no way the Spurs are going to get back and score another bucket with 1 second left on the clock. Another mistake to end the quarter.
First half breakdown from New York. Richard Jefferson has a few things to say. Part of what you'll hear on the Verizon Wireless halftime report. And after this break, we'll go to Mike, Tom, and Byron Scott in our Times Square studio with the Verizon Wireless halftime report. It's halftime here in Texas with the Lakers up by 7.
He said those are the result of bad decisions. We've got to make better decisions here in the second half, guys.
All right, Michelle, 9 of those 10 turnovers came in the second quarter, and Tim Duncan gets them on the board.
Both part, a lot of ISOs.
Bryant now 7 out of 15, and Devin George blocks the shot, but Parker gets it back.
Never leave the ball handler.
Ill-advised bounce pass underneath, and then Malone grabs Parker's shirt.
Which is a great foul because that's a sure 2 points.
So heads to L.A. tomorrow for the 6th game, which will be played on Saturday night. Bryant. Wow.
Woo. See, that's just a tough shot.
Open is Misterovich and missing it. But Duncan is right there. Got position and then has it taken away. And Bryant to O'Neal out in front for the jam.
I don't know if I've seen Shaq lead a break ever. bounces on the post, gets a lot of attention. I was worried about Shaq on this play out. I didn't know if he could make it. Shaq tells me that he has great ball handling skills.
O'Neal comes out on Duncan, and Shaq whacked it away.
Dangerously, because that reach could have been his fourth foul.
George, three-pointer. And the Laker lead is double digits again. Has 16 points. George now has 8. Shaquille with those 3 fouls getting all ball. George pays off at the end with a tray. And Los Angeles is up by 10.
Question, I forget where I've come from, so I don't remember where I'm going. But I must say, congratulations on using the NBA as a leapfrog to your next football career.
Spurs have to protect the basketball a lot better. They had 1 turnover in the first 15 minutes, and they steal it again. Devin George comes up with it.
To just come out so aggressive.
George, three-pointer. Ooh, boy, is that big. The steal by George. He's 3 out of 14. And Shaq gets fouled. Ginobili gets it back. Now Brown will take it.
Devin Brown will make shots because they want to get in the open court.
Caught a glimpse of the Alamo from the blimp as Devin George goes in and jams it home.
And his confidence is soaring right now. That was a drawn-up play out of the timeout by Phil Jackson. And that was drawn up by Pop.
Bryant, spin move, floater, got
left hand. Left hand.
Then left hand.
You know what made him go to the left hand? You remember early in the year when he hurt his shoulder?
Yeah.
He started playing with the left hand in practice because his right hand and his right shoulder was hurting. Now that's a good hand too when you can get up and dunk like that. Wow.
They say it's tough to overplay the guy to one side.
No, it's tough to guard him.
With Nesterovic out of the game. George again. Ooh, what a time to get hot for Devin George. O'Neal. Lost it.
He's worried about fouls.
Brown to Ginobili.
Every turnover out. I tell you, right now, the Lakers are getting every shot they want.
Payton will drive all the way in, lay it off for O'Neal. Got it back, gets it back again, gets mugged underneath, and goes to the free throw line.
Great foul
on Ori, who's with 13. Ginobili, soft 2, and it's 61-48. Bryant. Medvedenko has it fall into his lap. In fact, he didn't expect it, so he loses it, and now Brown over Fisher.
A turnover leads to a basket.
Shaquille O'Neal. Duncan impeded it. Parker in traffic. And down he goes, and they're going to call it on Parker.
Boy,
lead. Parker outside. Brown. Big three. Big three. 1.8 to play. And they are able to get it in single digits as Kobe launches one at the end. But they get it down to 9 after the Lakers are up by 16. Brown with 11 points, 10 in this quarter. 1 period to go. 62-53. The Lakers on top. And this presentation of the NBA on ABC continues after this message and a word from our ABC stations. Medvedenko slaps it out. Whip around behind the back. Parker scores. Well, that'll get the crowd going.
And it could get Parker going.
He's played all of 6 minutes. Shaq was on the bench in the first half because of the 3 fouls.
Derek Fisher, another offensive foul.
Inside to O'Neal. Got the bounce. Goes to the free throw line.
Boy, big shots. You know, every time you feel like the Spurs are going to get back in it, you got to make that call. I mean, you're hitting a shooter on the arm. You know what's so tough, Al? Most guys, you wouldn't even be able to get the ball up. But Shaq is so strong. Wow.
We have quick hands tonight. Devin playing by far his best game of playoffs, and in a couple of months.
That's one shot.
Look at this point, lead down to 8, so they've halved it, and the Lakers keep throwing the ball away, and now will San Antonio score off another Laker turnover. Turkoglu for 3. Parker, he'll try a 3 here. And San Antonio built its lead in the first half the other night with 3. Offensive. Now he works his way inside. Play clock in single figures. Bryant got it. Kobe Bryant, and you're right, Doc's the deuce.
Tough shot.
And an air ball, but they're underneath for the rebound and score it. Brown. But he stepped out of bounds. He stepped out of bounds. Bryant feeding Malone underneath, and he gets hammered by Ori.
And very close to a flagrant foul. Wouldn't be surprised if they didn't call it. But your defense has been your staple all year.
Lower the score, better their chances. They led the league along with Detroit in scoring defense and a foul underneath. Duncan got surrounded. Duncan off the glass. Outside, Parker gets around Shaq. Bryant got a hand on it. Play clock, or the shot clock was down to 0. No basket. No basket, 24-second violation. Timeout. Tim Duncan's last shot. Last 12 seconds, and the shot wasn't that good. In terms of selection, Duncan off the glass.
See, now Karl Malone is passing shots up. And they're forcing Kobe Bryant to force the action.
And Payton will try to stop it. He can't. Tony Parker. Jackson has to take a timeout. The Spurs on a tremendous run. 8-0 is the last of these runs, but they have turned a
simply intense, guys.
And Shaq has just made it a one-point game.
Kobe and Karl Malone.
Malone coming out. He sets it. Kobe gets around it. Kobe puts it up. Made it. Lakers by 1 with 11 and a half to go.
Kobe Bryant is tired. That
he's
was
exhausted.
An unbelievable shot. But he walked off the floor like he wanted to pass out. You watch this pick and roll. You can't give him an inch. He had a great look at that one. But look at him walk off the floor.
Now, Ginobili will inbound. To Duncan. He gets doubled. Shaq all over him. He gets away a fadeaway. He makes it with 4:10 left. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Wow. I mean, look at this. They take away the handoff. Duncan has nowhere to go. A fadeaway jump shot off the wrong leg out. Wow.
21 for Duncan, 8 in the period, just inside the arc, under pressure, under physical pressure, and under intense pressure in terms of these playoffs. It almost reminds you of Kobe Bryant's shot in Portland. It's a little different, of course. the one that gave them the Pacific Division Championship in double overtime. 4/10 remaining in the 5th game. Here they go. They get it to Fisher. He scores! Derek Fisher scores at the buzzer. It'll have to be reviewed. They'll review it. They'll review it. The Lakers are going to run to the dressing room, and they'll try to get on the plane before the officials can get over to the scorer's table.
Boy,
oh, my
close.
God.
We got to take a look at it, but I got to tell you, live, it looked good.
I thought it did, too.
My goodness.
Well, I had a feeling I was just going to ask you, everybody in the world knows they're going after Bryant. They're going to try to foul Bryant. So do you go to somebody else? Do you take a chance?
Well, they went for
Derek
Bryant.
Fisher, here we go. Take a look at this.
For Bryant. You can see him looking. Derek Fisher breaks open.
Starts. Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, I think it is good. With about 1/10 of a second. Yeah, I don't know how
I tell you, it's close, though. It's so close.
It's very close.
Watch the light.
Ball has to be out of his hands.
Ball's out.
Yeah, it's out of his hands. It's out of his hands.
Wow, it's good.
Just an unbelievable game.
You think about the breaks. Think about the breaks, Al. The 4/10 of a second made the difference. The 4/10
right. You're
of
right.
a second.
You're right.
Wow.
You talked about it, 4/10 and 3/10. It was called good on the court, so they'd have to see something to overrule it, much as football. Ball's out. There it is. Out of his hand. That's all you need. Can you imagine the days, what was it? It was about 12 years ago. The Lakers have won. The Lakers are going to run off the court. In the days before you went to tenths of seconds, remember you had that massive craziness in New York in a playoff game a few years ago.
Al, I've been around this league for 20 years. I've never seen an ending like this before.
That's off the charts.
2 unbelievable shots. I've never seen anything like it. Ever.
2 lead-changing shots in the last 4/10 of a second.
Yeah, with Derek Fisher, we got to get him while we can because this man is in high demand.
Wow.
Talk about the design on that last play.
Well, most times the play's not for me. Even though I can make shots, most of the time we're going to Kobe and Shaq automatically. But they covered those 2 guys. I came open. Garrett gave me a great pass and turned the shot.
Tell me how the moment felt because, as our guys just explained, you lost your starting job. Malone is here, giving you quite the pat on the back, but you had lost your starting job.
Yeah, I mean, this is special. I mean, we almost gave this game away. And I think tonight's game is so indicative of how our whole season has gone. We look great at times, we've looked poor at times, but we've hung in. Everybody's had adversity individually, collectively, and this is just a great win for our team and our organization.
It's hard to describe the way that this bench erupted, the way that every player erupted, especially after watching those replays. Can you talk about what that locker room is like right now?
Well, that's the only way we can win on the road. We need everybody to contribute. Shaq was big, even though he was in foul trouble. Kobe played solid. Everybody just gave what they could give. Devin George deserves a lot of credit tonight. We just kept fighting, Michelle.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, back to you guys.